Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
The warriors.
Yes, sir.
Conquerors. Respect.
Shout out Dave.
Hey, look, I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work, I've been this bitch, I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffin. If he play up that Glock like back the fuck up on me, nigga. He hurtin', I can see it in his face. Time to bring that bait, my shit raw. I'ma bust their head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, hold a run, going undefeated just like OJ. No, I gotta keep that little rascal in case it pump fake. Shorty called me, said she need that spank. I said, okay. I lead by example. They are not a factor. You is not a queen, hoe, and we ain't the Black Panthers. 144 'em, who they send to get them answers. I'm sicker than that cancer. I'm quick to get them bands. I don't know why they keep on playing with me. Who the one they said they give me? Miss Glizzy with me. Cook that beef so good, they like, who made the chili? Now they won't reconsider. Guess that I'm the one tripping. Drop the truth like Cat Williams. Come through the door like Pippi Pippi. I'm always trying to flip my penny. Busy, I'ma be a minute. Get that dough like Mr. Sims. Listen, nigga, we back, they lit. I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work, I've been this bitch, I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffin. If he play up that Glock like back the fuck up on me, nigga. He hurtin', I can see it in his face. Time to bring that bait, my shit raw. I'ma bust their head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, hold a run, going undefeated just like OJ. Niggas hate, yeah, what about it? I know about it, they can't stop it, ain't worried about it. Niggas fake, they ain't solid, no, I got it, I'm hard about it. Niggas mad, they can't take it. Niggas know they can't face me. She said, who he think he is? Right now, I look like God, baby. Standing on that block, baby. Raked up on they top, baby. Screaming, fuck the free world like cheddar bar. Busy man, bitch, I'm always on my job. Drop the album, got so many hits, might get a Rigo charge. See me throw that one up in the air like I'm E.T. They know they can't beat me. I can't get this game for free. Damn right, I'm UPK. I'll show you how to be a G. Long way from D.C. We was Thus saith the Lord God. Unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Seen a man rise from the dust, shit glorious in my sight. Never yield, I'm indebted to that old Lord Christ. Can't let them colors fly, only blood will suffice. Try to divide my brethren, I'm gonna put it in his life. Is you gonna endure? Damn right, I need that white gold with them stones. Look like Nazareth and ice. Shit, the time until the bones are healed and we live again.
This shit right here for the cold-blooded killers and the gangsters vibe. But the hoes love it, break it for a $5 tee. Spend a whole 100, no stunting. This is for the niggas that need more money. I done stopped the rebel from putting several in the casket. He throwing everybody involved if I ask it. So don't make me get a word. I'm scared of what he might do. Don't make me build a nerve. Sound the alarm, feel like it's the beginning of the purge. Look, it's like I'm all out of options. Hard being a killer with a conscience. Ginger ale and ice with tequila talking nonsense. Cause beef ain't really no beef. Till there's no more sleep, do a drill, we do a drill. Osmos and beat, 2 to the body, 1 to the head, fuck it on repeat. 1 West, you know them cult leaders are running the street.
Seen a man rise from the dust, shit glorious in my sight. Never yield, I'm indebted to that old Lord Christ. Can't let them colors fly, only blood will suffice. Try to divide my brethren, I'm gonna put it in his life. Is you gonna endure? Damn right, I need that white gold with them stones. Look like Nazareth and ice. Shit, the time until the bones are healed and we live again. Life change with the seasons, all praise to the author. I got a limited power, war with me, why bother? I know Mr. Mayhem in Chicago. Play, I drop shit like a toddler. Make that Glock spit like Tommy, leave him cold, call me Martin. I done seen Benjamin turn many men into monsters. Lay that lamb down, I feel like Benjamin Barker. Lord, I pray salvation sweet like peach cobbler. Right now I need a bankroll, thick like Miss Parker. As I enter the darkness, the truth the only way. Death a slim chance, but it hit like Colin Ray. Heard that demon on my shoulder and I told him not today. So I try to stay focused, I ain't even boasting. Cause all that ghost shit hypnosis. And you ain't gotta talk shit when everybody know it. You ain't even ride or you talking, yeah, the buzz boys are poets. It's a thin line between love and hate, that's why I got involved. Just pick this bad bitch up like Robbie Smalls. Threw that burden on my shoulder like Samoa Ross. Shit, I obey the orders, that's why I overcame it all. Seen a man rise from the dust, shit glorious in my sight. Never yield, I'm indebted to that old Lord Christ. Can't let them colors fly, only blood will suffice. Try to divide my brethren, I'm gonna put it in his life. Is you wanna endure? Damn right, I need that white gold with them stones. Look like Nazareth and ice. Shit, the time until the bones are healed and we live again. Thus saith the Lord God.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch, think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the
Hand me that chocolate right there, brother. Yeah. Check, check, check. Mic check 1, 2. Can y'all hear me, Durham? Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Hey, Durham, can y'all hear me? Genesis, Jacob called him to the soul and said, gather yourselves together. Let me tell you that which I shall. What? Who the hell is that? Hey, Durham, unmute yourself. Let me see if y'all can you hear me? Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hey, Drosh, fix that camera, brother, if you don't mind. Let's bring it down some. All right, that's good. That's wow, that's good right there. Let me call it real quick. These job turkeys. Let's see. Let's get this show on the road here. Y'all give us 1 second out there in Israel. Pay your Passover fee, man. April 12th, Passover going down, Atlanta, Georgia. Start making arrangements now. You understand? Commander Jay Honda is so gracious. You pay your $200 fee, you get free entry to all the events during the Passover, man. Food, everything you need. Contact your camp leader if you need any. You got any questions? Transportation, room and board, lodging. You understand? Call your camp leader and let's do it big for the Most High in Christ. It's going down Atlanta, Georgia, man. What is that? Wednesday is the lamb slaughter. Thursday is the trials and the kid. What are those? Oh, scripture breakdown. That's right, Jeremiah Hyman. Friday is the kids party and the black party. Saturday is the Passover, and Sunday is the Feast of Leavened Bread. Y'all know the deal. You know what I mean? Let me see. McCoy on this real quick. Let's see if this will let me go in here. Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, go check. Yes. Okay, so check the if you can, that's fine. Check the audio. I'll just go ahead and start to Officer Abraham get in then. When y'all work when as soon as y'all audio get fixed. Okay, no sweat. I'm about to go. Yeah. All right, no sweat. Walk race. Give me Zephaniah 2:1, brother. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh Shema Thaba Shem Yahushua. We had the Isupk started on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hana. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite school, Blackity Black movement, Muslim mosque, Christian church, nonsense, nothing. We stand alone. And since 1969, man, we're teaching the truth about this Bible, that all so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the real Jews. We are God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And knowing that, we must keep the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Today is the Feast of Purim, man. Get out of hand, man. Clap it up for the Most High in Christ. You understand? This class today will be taught by Officer of 5,000, Abraham. You understand? Out of the Charlotte School. He's on the way. We're going to do it. We're going to get it on in a minute. This story is a story of Esther, man. You understand? And how these wicked bastards sought to destroy the nation of Israel. But one righteous sister stepped up, man, and followed orders and the spirit of the Lord, you know, and her and all her, you know, zeal and, you know, all her strength it took for her to do what she did for the nation of Israel, man. It's a wonderful story. We're going to read about that today. That sister Esther, man, and her cousin, and how the Most High will deliver us, man. All we have to do is be obedient to his laws, statutes, commandments, man. Trust one another, man. You understand? Don't be a sellout. You know what I'm saying? We're going to read about Mordecai. We're going to also read about a bastard named Haman. You understand? So this is your first Feast of Purim. Welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? Pass out the food, you know, the wine, get that going on, get the strong drink going on. And we're going to get this class started here in a minute. If you could, brother, give me Zephaniah 2:1. Yeah, just hit the unmute. It should be second and third one. That's good. There you go.
That's it.
You turn it up some if you need to. There you go. A little bit. There you go. That's good right there. All right, go ahead.
This the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together.
That's right.
Yea. Gather together, O nation not desired.
That's right. Oh, nation. We're that nation. Everybody knows we're the nation not desired, man. We're gonna read today, even back then, when in the story of Esther, we weren't desired then. They tried to get rid of us. And here we are in 2025. We got Latinos locked in cages. We getting shot by the police. Planned Parenthood all up and through our neighborhoods. Fentanyl, crack cocaine. You understand? The media has been weaponized against blacks, Latinos, Native American Indian, and no one says anything about it. Nobody. We're the only race of people that if you ask somebody if they want to get a time machine, would you want to be black and go on a time machine? They say, hell no. When has it ever been good? And when have we ever been desired through the ages? Never. And even now, this Bible's coming alive. We are still that nation not desired, man. You understand? Read on.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Yeah, we better gather together. It's a good thing that DEI is done with diversity, equity, and inclusion. Get out of here with that nonsense. It's a good thing they got rid of affirmative action. I've always hated that. Don't tell me I got this job just because I'm black. I'm smarter than you, and I look better than you. I jump higher than you. I cook better than you. I do surgery better than you. I fly this plane better than you. That's why I got the job. But I'm glad all that nonsense is over with. Why? Now we can truly come together, man. Commander Johanna said this years ago when I came in as a young man. In these last days, things are going to happen. It's going to cause us and force us to come together, whether you like it or not. You are going to eat at that black-owned restaurant, and you're not going to talk smack about it. You understand? You are going to send your children to a black school. Why? Because little Timmy's going to shoot up that white school. You are going to send your child to a black college. If not, your daughter or your son will get, will be the only one who's drowned in the college swimming pool. You understand? It's all kind of nonsense that happens like that against God's chosen people because we don't want to be around each other. We rather be around the Chinese. We rather be around the stinking Africans. We rather be around the so-called oppressor. But this Bible just said for us to gather ourselves together. When the Most High God says something, his word is bond. Most High God word is not like your word. Your word means absolutely nothing. Your word is garbage. You say you're going to be here, you're not going to be here. You say you're going to do, you're not going to do something. The Most High says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth.
What decree? Before the decree bring forth. It's already been signed, sealed, delivered that the Most High God is going to destroy this place with thermonuclear warfare, man. That's that fire. Let's not forget about that rainbow. That rainbow in the sky was for what, Darash? Get that door. Go to the door. The water, brother. My man. Appreciate it. That rainbow was for what? As a sign that the Most High power will never do what, Darash?
Destroy never flood the earth again.
Yeah, he wouldn't destroy us with water. He said he put that up in the sky. So every time I see that, I don't think about the flood. I think about a goddamn atomic bomb.
Right.
When I see a rainbow, I don't think LGBTQ. I think uranium and plutonium. I don't think about some leprechaun when I see a rainbow. I think about fire and all kind of nonsense. You understand? Read on.
Before the decree bring forth.
Hey, Carter, come here. Go ahead.
Before the day passed as the chaff.
Oh, before the day passed as the chaff. Oof, my God. Go ahead.
Before the fierce anger.
Put on to come in here.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger. The happiness, Darash? Does it say happiness of the Lord?
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
That's right, man. We better gather ourselves together before that fierce anger of the Lord comes. It's going to be a fierce, angry day with the Most High God. Captain, I thought this went over last week. He's the one coming to blood. He's been in the damn wine press. There'll be so much blood up to the horse's bridle, man. You understand? And walk y'all. We dropped the piece off. Come here real quick. Yeah. But you understand? Read on.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Fierce anger. Why would the Lord be angry? Why? Anybody? Durham, y'all get that mic fixed yet? Let me know. Put something in the chat. Let's go. Why is he angry? Why should he be angry? Should he be happy? I thought God was all love. All over the place. The water. Go ahead.
Salakia, I mean, there's several reasons why the Most High would have fierce anger. We can say one that how the so-called oppressor has been treating God's children for the past 400 years, keeping them in oppression.
Yeah,
having known the identity of these people and not sharing it with them, and just keeping them in that slavery mind state to keep and be subservient to this nation.
Right. Think about slavery, man. Let's think about the translated slave trade, and what slavery actually did. It destroyed us, man. It wasn't meant for us to be destroyed utterly. But it destroyed us. Our language, our culture, every damn thing. We were supposed to just go ahead and serve our time and be good. He's lynching us, castrating men. You know what I'm saying? Weaponizing music against us and entertainment. Destroying our children. It just completely blocking you out of all kind of avenues to gain. Remember Tulsa? Remember Rosewood? Remember Seneca Village? Lake Lanier? You better do your research, man. White man's a devil. Most High Power ain't happy. He's angry. And he's singing the sun down here. Christ, he's angry too. Read on.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord.
Do what?
Seek ye the
Darash,
Lord.
are you sure you read out the Bible? Does it say vote or invest in weed farms?
It says seek ye the Lord.
I'm asking one more thing. Does it say invest in cryptocurrency and go to church and get baptized?
La, it says seek ye the Lord.
You better seek the Lord, man, before it's too late. We're living in the last days. You understand? If you haven't noticed, World War III is coming, man. Thermonuclear destruction is on the brink. The orange man just said it the other day. We have one misunderstanding from a damn rocket flying. That's not biblical prophecy. I don't know what is. You know who hasn't been talking about that, Darash? Go ahead.
Salak, the Christian church?
Yes. Those shrimp cocktail eating pastors, man. They ain't talking about it. They never talk about it. Since 1969, we've been the only ones saying it. They called us crazy. They call us Power Rangers. Who is this job turkey in the chat? Benazar. Who the hell is that? What the hell you put all that nonsense in there for? Hey, Barak Abanazar, who the hell you are? If you got a question, brother, type it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Read on, Darash.
Khan. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth.
Ooh, all ye meek, that's us. Oh, we better seek the Lord. That's how you know this Bible ain't talking about everybody. We better seek ye the Lord, which means you better get your behind in one of these chairs in these classrooms, man. You have to be taught all over again. Because everything we learn in this empire has been destructive and lies. Every little thing has been destructive and lies. From the food we eat to the God we serve, it's all been nonsense. You have to be taught all over again. You understand? You have to seek ye the Lord. You can't seek the Lord in the church. I know that church got them big giant ass doors because they think God is big, is going to walk through there. Where was God at when Dylan Stone Roof blew your grandma's top hat off? Ask them Negroes in Charleston, South Carolina, the surviving family members, if God is in the church, why didn't he stop that Huckleberry Finn white boy with that stupid haircut and those guns in his bag from shooting your grandma's head off? That proves that the Most High God is not in the church. It's not. You better get your behind in Isupk before it's too late. You understand? That's how you're going to seek ye the Lord. You got to. Seek it, ye shall find. The Isupk banner is right in your face. You got an inheritance waiting on you, but you can't get that inheritance when you're eating pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. Go ahead, Darash, read on. There's more on that.
Khan. Which have wrought his judgment.
Which have what?
Which have wrought his judgment.
Good gracious. And the Most High's judgment is fair. The Most High's judgment is not like the Esau's judgment. His judgment, you've been measured, weighed, cut, and drawn on the scale according to the law. And you're going to get exactly what you earn. Whether it's righteous and a good thing, or you're getting your head chopped off or something bad, or you just might be running around here with your skin peeling off you with thermonuclear warfare. Because you understand it says it's going to burn like an oven. You should. I encourage everyone to do their research on atomic weapons. It'll make this Bible jump out at you. You understand? Go ahead.
Seek righteousness.
No, seek marijuana and sage.
Seek righteousness.
What about zodiac signs?
Seek righteousness.
You better seek righteousness, man. You better learn to hate the evil and love the good in this place. It's going to save your life. Always seek righteousness. I don't give a damn where you at. You could be dropped off in the middle of Scandinavia somewhere. You better seek righteousness. I don't give a damn if you deployed, if you get sent out of town, if you in jail, you better always seek righteousness, man. Because someone's always watching. You want to be in that book of life, I suggest you seek righteousness and do not seek after evilness. I don't care. They push that nonsense all in our faces, man. They push it. It's all over the news. It's a network called Zeus Network. Y'all heard of anybody heard of Zeus Network? Let me know in the chat, man. That is the most disgusting network I've ever heard and seen in my life, man. I mean, it's terrible. How the hell are we going to supposed to seek righteousness in this place when our brothers and sisters are all up in there fighting each other, butt naked, breasts flying? You know what I'm saying? Getting high, making it cool too, and giving you and paying you to do it. How the hell are you going to seek righteousness when they're pushing fraternities and sororities down your kid's throat when you go to college? How the hell are you going to seek righteousness with Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on your door and on the street corners with pamphlets? How are you going to seek righteousness when you turn the radio station, my pee is pink, my booty hole brown? How are you going to seek righteousness when every girl you talk to, the first thing she asks you is, not if you're a good father, not if you're drug addict, what's your zodiac sign? Yeah, you seek it high on this place. This place is disgusting, man. This place is absolutely filthy and disgusting. You understand? Read on.
Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Ooh, what does that mean? What does it mean to be hid in the day of the Lord's anger? Why would you hide something? What's some reasons you hide something? Go ahead.
So like, check. Is this on? Okay, so like I said, the one you hiding it for, like you said, with the danger. So even when it says might be hid from the Most High's anger, that anger is the judgment that He has set up for America.
Yeah.
So like,
but why are you hiding? But you hiding you so He don't want you to what?
So you won't get in there and basically get judged with America. So
what kind of laying flat?
Oh, with a thermonuclear warfare.
That's right. You don't burn your black ass on burn to death. You get hit in them chariots. You know, Easter egg hunt. You're gonna be hiding in one of them chambers up there while the destruction is happening down here. And count yourself blessed if that's the case. But in order for that to happen, you got to endure to the end. Don't be like a Christian and be like, I got baptized, now I'm saved. I saw a damn sign I drove by the other day going to a rock. It said, "Are you saved?" According to who? Saved from what? Saved from what? See, it's nonsense, man. You want to be hidden that day and on those chariots, you better serve the Lord, man. You understand? Better serve the Lord. Give me Deuteronomy 4:20. Go ahead, please.
If I may, why you getting that? It's so heavy what you're saying. And you think about, like, I was dealing with a brother talking about the Jews and the Gentiles.
Right.
And it's like, that deep sleep is really on our people, like the scripture says, because I showed this brother in the scriptures, plenty of scriptures where it's talking about the Gentiles and who the Gentiles are, breaking down the history. And he's still, every time you want to try to pull a different scripture, I'm like, brother, we ain't even done with this scripture. But it's like, what it all boils down to is we blame the Christian church for the demise of us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because we want to get everybody to receive salvation but us.
Yes.
So like,
no, he's so right, man. Between cognitive dissonance, being a filthy drug addict, and pride, and maybe the Most High just don't want his black ass to get it. Maybe he's one of those brothers who the Most High wants to spank and punish when he returns. Everybody's not going to get it. You don't think that brother know how to read? He know how to roll a blunt. He know how to read, the instructions on how to cook that pork chop. He know how to read because I'm pretty sure he got a job. He just don't understand these words of the Bible because the Holy Spirit's not with him. And maybe the Most High reserving him for punishment. It's some niggas that's going to get punished. We pray in the Isupk that the Most High God changes his mind and delivers all Israel. That's our prayer. However, it's hard. A Negro make it real hard, man. Atlantis and flat earth. Brothers is dying off fentanyl, crack cocaine, and Planned Parenthood. You talking about niggas breathing on the water. Ridiculous in this place, man. Drop that, Deuteronomy 4:20.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 20.
Like I said, today is the Feast of Purim. We're going to get right into the story of Esther. You understand what I'm saying? Officer Abraham will be holding that down. He'll be here shortly. Y'all got any questions? Feel free to type them in the chat. Go ahead with that scripture, brother.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 20. But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace.
The Lord has taken you and brought you out of what?
And brought you forth out of the iron furnace.
What is that iron furnace? Anybody in the chat? What is that iron furnace? So the Lord have taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace. We understand. This is a very prophetic book, man. Just look around today. If you're in one of these Isupk classrooms, man, give yourself a hand, man. Give yourself a hand because you have made it out of the world and made a conscious decision to serve the Lord. You've made a conscious decision to come in here and keep the law, statutes, and commandments and take back your culture and tradition. You understand? Every brother and sister in UPK is precious, man. Every brother and sister out there in the world is precious. It's our job to go and get them out of that furnace. You see, you left and right have made it out of that furnace, man. What is that fiery? What is that furnace, man? It says out of that iron furnace too. How can I forget that part? Watch, read it again.
But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace.
Out of the iron furnace. Why does it say iron furnace, man? Go ahead.
So like I just so happen to be a welder, otherwise if I may.
Go ahead, lay it flat for me.
That iron is a conductor, first off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when that iron gets hot, it gets hot. You understand what they call it a heating point, sir? You know what I'm saying? So like he said, taking you out of that iron furnace. So like he said, so you won't get burned.
Yeah, but
you're gonna reserve your life, sir. So
I can take that and I can agree with that, but it says, but the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace. Even, read on.
Even out of Egypt.
Even out of Egypt. Look to your left and right. Who's in the classroom with you today? You've been taken out of that furnace. That iron. Think about a big iron furnace. Iron is hard. A lot of stuff can go in the iron furnace, man. You understand? It lasts forever and it don't bend or break. It's how hard and cold America's been, man. Same thing with Egypt. Egypt is synonymous with America. It's the same culture, the same signs and symbols. It's a goddamn pyramid on the dollar bill. Egypt is spiritually America and vice versa. And it says it right here in the scriptures. So if you're in these classrooms today trying to celebrate the Feast of Purim, count yourself blessed, man. Go ahead, brother.
So like I said, I just want to make sure I'm getting you understand and understanding so I could break it down later on Baba Kasha. But so when we saying this, it's kind of like how, you know, when it says was it Revelation 18:4, you know, come out of her, my people.
Yes, that's exactly what it's saying.
Basically saying taking your spirit out of America.
Yes.
Okay.
And taking your black behind out of it too. Because you see where you at today. Where could you have been? Anywhere in the world, watching baddies shot a clock. But you in here about to eat some chicken wings and drink some wine and listen to the story of Esther. You understand? Lord done brought you out of that, man. Now you go get your mama and bring her here, your father, your cousins in them on the corner. You understand? That's what we must do, man. Read on, read it from the top.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 20. But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace.
Brought you forth out of the iron furnace, man. Good night. Read on.
Even out of Egypt.
Even out of Egypt, man. Think about now here in America. Think about how this is like Egypt. Taskmasters over you. Some of you niggas ain't even here right now because you got a slave. You had to ask your boss to leave early to make it to this feast day. It's like Egypt. Ask some musty African, can you come home a little early for making this brick and mortar? Whipping your back. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Oppression. Even like Egypt. You understand? Read on.
To be unto him a people of inheritance.
He took us out of America, out of the philosophies, out of the ways, out of the abortions, out of the drugs, out of the witchcraft of America, out of the fraternities and sororities, out of those strongholds. To do what?
To be unto him a people of inheritance.
That's why we got to be a people of inheritance, man. What do the people of inheritance look like? How do they behave? How should a person with inheritance behave? Go ahead.
Salakia, I mean, a person or any people of inheritance, I mean, they would be happy because you inherit the land, you inherit your inheritance, you're reaping the rewards of benefits.
But could you get that inheritance if you're in jail?
Lie.
How should you behave? You should be. Go ahead.
Like I said, if I may, they
Mhm.
should behave with obedience.
Yeah, and what you should behave with obedience. Have some goddamn pride.
What kind?
Know that we are Israelites, man. We are the greatest people on the face of this earth. When I found that out, can't no dirty foot devil coming into IGA tell me a damn thing. I don't give a damn. You my professor. You a devil. I'm listening, but don't get too ahead of yourself, buddy. It's Mr. William. It's Mr. Kowal. I have an inheritance. My father's rich. You understand? Act like royalty. Don't act like Jazz. Act like Carlton with some flavor. I'm not gonna say that because Jazz is a real nigga. But you get what I'm saying. Carry yourself like you are royalty in this place. Because you have an inheritance. You have an inheritance. That's why he brought your trifling behind out the world. He wants to give it to you, but do you want it? Should you get an inheritance if you're smoking weed? Would you give your child an inheritance knowing that if he gets that Lamborghini, he's going to use his liberty to sin against God even more? So why should he get it? You got to show me something now while I pulled you out of this furnace called America. You better act like you got some sense in this place and repent for the nonsense and act like God's chosen people. Read that last part again. And why he did it. Mm-hmm.
To be unto him a people of inheritance.
To be unto him a people of what?
A people of inheritance.
Man, that's what we got to be, man. A people of inheritance, brother. And we carry ourselves like that. You understand? We're doing the righteous acts. They say faith without works is dead. You Christians are full of faith. Fake faith. Because you're not doing a damn thing about it to prove that you believe that Christ is going to come back. You don't know you have an inheritance. You think you're going to go to heaven and fly around in space all day. You know, when I was a kid, they told me what heaven was like. And as I got older, it sounded like a bad dream, brother. You know the Seventh-day Adventists believe? Who's so familiar with Seventh-day Adventists? It's all Seventh-day Adventists for damn near, 25, 30 years, man. They're the most pompous, arrogant denomination I've ever seen besides Jehovah's Witnesses, man. They believe that God's written at church. They believe in all kind of, vegetarian, hedonistic diet. They believe in some white woman named Ellen G. White and how she got hit in the head with a goddamn rock. And now God spoke to her and all this nonsense, right? She wrote all these books. They believe that heaven, there's no sex in heaven, first of all. When I was a little kid, I ain't know nothing about humping. But as I got older, I ain't going nowhere if you can't turn on fire. The hell want to do that? Forever? I mean, goddamn. Ain't gonna be no sex in heaven. You're going to eat off the trees and leaves. No more fried chicken. Oh, no, you never eat meat, brother, because a lion shall lay down with the lamb. I'm like, no more fried chicken? No lamb chop? You're not hearing me, brother. See, they believe in some figment of their homosexual, disgusting imagination. They were birthed out of the great disappointment. You can Google that. What I'm saying is their idea of heaven is very, very sinister and weird. They believe you turn to an angel and you fly around all day and join the heavenly choir singing holy, holy, holy. Who wants to do that, brother? I mean, and they really believe that. What's my motivation now to get to a place to do that? Brother, I'd rather just be a sinner. If that's my end goal, while everybody else done had private jets and yachts, the white man is living his heaven. You telling me when I die, I get to turn to an angel and sing holy, holy, holy? No sex, no meat, no drink. Oh, no strong drink either. And you're going to be an angel, Kodam, so you're not going to have kids. There's no giving in marriage, remember? That's what they believe. And these people, they're not the only denomination. I'm just highlighting them because I know everything about that denomination. You understand? Even their 28 fundamental beliefs that we're not going to get into today. But Christianity is Satanism, brother. It is white supremacy all rolled in one. And you got to understand that the kingdom of heaven is going to be right here on this earth. And if you want to inherit the kingdom of heaven, you better stop sinning and keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. Because the kingdom of heaven that we know is going to be way better. Eyes haven't seen nor ears have heard. Not some nonsense. You turn to a damn angel and sing holy, holy, holy. Good night, brother. Any more on that, Darash?
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
To be unto him a people of inheritance.
That's right.
As ye are this day.
As ye are this day. If you could give me Ephesians 4 and 14. Ephesians 4 and 14. Bonk y'all. Okay, let's sweat. I'm about to go ahead and get into the story now. Go ahead. Durham, can y'all say something, Durham? I see you online now. Y'all
Can you hear me, sir? You hear me?
Well, give him a hand. What do you know?
Most sign Christ.
Uncle Willie done picked up the mic. That's what I'm talking about. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, come. We still. I was not here yet, but the audio is up and running, sir.
Hey, text him. Tell me ask him. Does he want me to start it or and Esther? How far? What's the ETA?
Yeah, come. He said you can go ahead and start. He just pick up where you get up from.
Quidal, go ahead and hit that. Oh, you want to read or you want him to read Esther? Yeah, go ahead, Darius. We'll start chapter 1. We'll get into Esther, man. This is what the Feast of Purim is about. You understand? We'll get right on into this story, man. If y'all got food in your prospective zones, go ahead and start serving the food, man. Eat, drink, and be merry. Let's get it. This ain't the Christian church. This ain't no sad day. Yep. Read it aloud.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1.
Now, this story takes place around, I think, the Persian and Mede Empire. You can get me right on that. Around the Persian Mede Empire, man. We've always been through captivities, man. We've been poured from vessel to vessel, man. This is one of those times we were being oppressed again by some disgusting heathens, man. And we're gonna read about a sister today named Esther, man, that did such a righteous thing, using her femininity and obedience, man, to help free the children of Israel or keep us from getting unalived. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This is Ahasuerus which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia.
Ooh, that's a long way. If you look at a map from India, Ethiopia, that's all the provinces that this disgusting heathen had. That's power, man. This is who reigned at the time during this story. Esther, read on.
Over 107 provinces.
What, Darash?
Over 107 provinces.
Good night, brother. That's some power and that's some range right there. You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. That in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants.
Go ahead.
The power of Persia and Media. The nobles and princes of the provinces being before him.
Right. So he has this, what up? You good? Yeah. He has this big feast, man, for everybody. Just like the United Nations getting together. All the powerful people, man. You understand? Coming. Oh, the water, brother. Yeah, that's too wild. Yeah, it's too wild. Read on, Darash.
Verse 4. When he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom,
showing off, flexing. Go ahead.
And the honor of his excellent majesty, many days, even 180 days.
Go ahead, read on.
Verse 5. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days, in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Where white, green, and blue hangings.
Drop down to verse 7. Just talking about the attire and how beautiful this thing was and what they had on and all nonsense. Drop down to 7.
Verse 7. And they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse one from another.
Oh, imagine how late this thing was, man. It's very descriptive. This is a record book. Gold vessels and all kind of fine linen, man. Good night. They was having a nice little party. This feast lasts a long time, man. Powerful people up in this feast. Go ahead, read on.
And royal wine in abundance.
I wonder what royal wine was. I wonder what was in that royal wine. I mean, royal wine. I mean, what are we talking about here? It could be good wine, strong wine. It could be wine that's aged. It could have something in that wine. I heard them Africans in Egypt used to put opium in the wine. They used to put them leaves like kachi. I think it's kachi or kachi, some Somali and some East Africans chew on this little plant, and it gives them like a cocaine-ish euphoric feeling. I heard they used to take these leaves and opiate and soak it inside the damn wine, man. It's like them sipping lean or some kind of psychedelic drink. But however, it doesn't say that. That's just me speculating. But royal wine, brother, it must be the best, finest grapes. This right here, they're having a good old time. Read on.
And royal wine in abundance.
Everywhere, flowing. Go ahead.
According to the state of the king.
Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 8. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel, for so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house that they should do according to every man's pleasure.
Oh man, everybody had the time of their life. Do what you wilt. Get this wine. Get this party going. But now the story begins. Read on.
Verse 9. Also, Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to the king Ahasuerus.
Now, right. So Vashti was the queen. All right. Read on.
Verse 10. On the 7th day.
Now this is her own separate royal feast. Go ahead. For the women.
On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagtha.
Oh, look at those heathen names.
Zethar, and Carcass, and 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. To bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princes her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
She was supposed to be brought down so the people could see how beautiful she was. You understand? Brought down and show off. Queen Vashti was supposed to be a bad chick that belonged to the king. Something to show off, like a trophy wife, if you want to say. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But the queen, Vashti, refused to come at the king's commandment.
So not only was she beautiful and fair to look upon, she had a little attitude, though. She had a little attitude. It says she refused to come at the king. Who the hell refuses anything of the king? You know, men, we treat that a little different. The king summons for you, you better hurry up and get up in there because you want your head to get cut off. But this sister, this woman here, she's so beautiful, but she got an attitude problem. She didn't want to come. She refused to come at the king's command. If the king would say, hey, man, you two brothers or whoever, summon, bring them here before me, you better not say no. You will be on the head, gonna be on a chopping block. But this woman here, nah, she refused. Read on.
Refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth.
That pissed the king off, man. She had that masculine power, and you summon for your queen, and she say no. She say no. In front of all these people, mind you, they're having a good old shindig. Royal wine, Darash. Vessels of gold. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Officer of 5,000, Abraham Banya-Howada. Clap it up. Y'all can take, minimize them. Put them on there. There you go.
Can everybody hear me now?
There we go. I can hear you loud and clear now, sir. You're good to go. There it is.
Okay, Con.
We can hear you.
I appreciate it.
Oh, that shirt look good now. You fresh up?
Hey, I got it from a brother, you know.
Where you get that from there?
I got it from a Tawab brother. I got it from a Tawab brother. He teaches Tawab class too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Fayetteville brothers, big up everybody. Clap it up.
Let's get it on, man. Let's start
Purim, man. Clap it up again for the sisters, man. This is what Purim is about. It's about glorious sisters. It's about celebrating what you understand, a specific sister, Hadassah in the Hebrew. You understand, Esther in the Bible. but her Hebrew name is pronounced Hadassah, and she did something real glorious and dangerous too, man. This story is you can't make this up, man. You can't make the story up. And where who gonna pick it up where the Rosh left off? Who gonna pick it up? Where we at?
We in verse 12, sir.
Verse 12.
I tried to
That's the 1 and 12.
Yes, sir.
All right, anybody have any questions? Most High in Christ, the water. Anybody have any questions? You want to stop me and ask?
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand, and I'll be more than happy to answer any question. All right.
Verse 12, sir.
We had Esther 1 and 12.
I got it, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 12.
I was Salaki, before you start reading, I was listening to the part where this is a gathering, I guess a party that the king Ahasuerus is having for his close, his cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Just like the president would have a get together or a dinner for his cabinet and for his crew or his closest officials and right hand men, whatever have you, right? So does anyone know there was a movie that was put out about this same king Ahasuerus? I know you know, Yanazar. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Does anybody know how we can tie this into, you understand, today's time of what we identify with this king Ahasuerus? Anybody know? It was a movie. Yeah, they made a movie about him. No. Salakia, sis. Salakia. This the king of Zamunda or whatever didn't exist. That's a fictionary place. You know what I'm saying? Like Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? So like this of course in the Bible his name is Ahasuerus, but you understand? I'll let Yanazar go on here. Hey, anybody from Fayetteville know?
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Quadam, you can't answer.
All right, come on, sir.
You can't answer. Who else in there? Where the 50 at? Where the officers of 50 at? Where the sisters at? Yeah, good. No sweat, sis. Good guess. You good. Where the sisters? Any sisters know? No. Any sisters know in the class? Okay, Yanazar, tell us who we talking about.
We're talking about the movie The 300.
Yep.
And the king, his name there is I can't even remember.
Oh, come on, man.
No, the king.
The king
is right here in Maccabee.
Yep, it's in the Maccabees.
Salagi, sir, if I may.
Yeah,
go ahead, Kodam.
The king's name was Xerxes.
Right.
That's who we talking about. Ahasuerus, man. He existed. He was a real person. You understand? They made a movie 300 about him, and his name was Xerxes. In the English translation, his name is Xerxes. You go ahead.
If I may, in other parts of the Bible, he's called Xerxes.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay,
but this the same king. It's that Persian king. You understand? And he had power, man. He ruled over how many provinces? 107, right? 127 provinces, man. 127, towns or areas or states. You know what I'm saying? 127, way bigger than the United States. You understand? He ruled an area vast, and he had this wife that was feeling herself. She was the Beyonce of her time. You understand? And her name was Vashti. And so he has this party, and like any king, any powerful man, he wants to show off what he possesses. You understand? He got this beautiful woman. Now every brother know about showing up to the party with a nice looking woman on his arm and being that man, the guy. You understand? And you say, hey baby, we're gonna go to this party. We're gonna crash it out. We're gonna jam it up at this party. And I want you to come with me. And Vashti was like a lot of black women do. You understand? She wasn't, you understand, she wasn't Israel, but like a lot of women do, they rebel against their husbands. And Vashti was like, no, I'm gonna throw a party by myself. All my single ladies, but she wasn't single. That's the problem. You understand? So now where we at? 1 and 12, right?
Kind.
So that's giving y'all a little backdrop of where we're at in the story. We're right at the beginning. We're right at the reason why, you understand, Esther had to come into the picture. Go ahead.
And Sluggy, he was absolutely, if I may, sir, he was absolutely right, because while the king is throwing his party, she's throwing a party for the women.
Right. She's getting together with all her single friends, and you understand. She you know, she ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got her. You know what I'm saying? But really, you know what I'm saying? Who said that? Who said that line? Glorilla? I bet you Glorilla got 7 men right now.
I bet you.
You understand? I bet you. And while she's saying ain't no nigga got her, I bet you she got 12. You understand? Because, you know, just in the world, our women are taught to be, you know, they're taught to be promiscuous. They're oversexed. You're taught to be hoes, man. 304s.
That's right.
So go ahead, Zion, if you could.
Verse 12, the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 12. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment.
She said no. You understand? Here in the Israelite school of UPK under Commanding General Yohana, you understand, our sisters are taught, just like the scriptures say, to obey their man. You understand? And you can tell, like the spirit on Vashti, who doesn't want to, you know, come and be the center of attention. What sister don't want to have all the attention? That's the whole, you know, that's the whole deal. That's why she putting on that makeup in the mirror. It ain't for her. She can't see the eyeliner. You understand? She can't see them tights. Them yoga pants go on. She can't see how they riding up to her backside. She can't see that. She want the center of attention anyway. So go ahead, brother.
Khan. By his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
Man, he was upset. Like, you gonna embarrass me in front of all my friends? You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Verse 13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment.
They knew the times, and that's, you know, a little slang way of saying, you know what time it is. You know the times. You know what time it is. It's time for somebody that the heads to roll. You know what I'm saying? You got a woman that disobeys you, then something got to happen. You know what time it is. So go ahead.
Verse 14. And the next unto him was Karshina, Shethar, Amartha, Tarshish, Merez, Marsanah, and Memucan.
Memucan.
The 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom.
So these were his top dogs. Yeah, these were his top generals, his top officials. You understand? And they looked at the king's face. They saw the king's face, and he was upset. Go ahead.
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law?
Hey, look, they say they just like, you know, instigators. They like, hey man, what you gonna do about this chick here, man? You know what I'm saying? What shall we do? They asking the king, like, what you gonna do about this? Go ahead.
Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by their chamberlains.
Hey, look, man, she said she ain't obey you, so something's got to be done. She got to be punished. You know what I'm saying? She got to suffer some consequences. And you understand? Unfortunately, with the praise, sisters, that you getting for you know, for coming from such a prestigious line of women, you also getting the bashing as well. You understand? And the bashing that you got to understand about this story is that disobedience comes with consequences, man. These brothers in here, Yanazar, these brothers, Michael, we can tell you about some consequences, man. We can tell you about doing something you're not supposed to do and suffering the consequences behind it. We not, some group that doesn't, hold brothers accountable. And we hold brothers accountable just like we hold the sisters accountable too. And along with this praising that, the sister's gonna get, and y'all can pass out the food too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can, you know what I'm saying? Salakia. I'm sorry about that. But along with the praise you get for being such glorious sisters, you gotta come behind that, and you gotta take the chastisement too. You understand? Like brothers in the Isupk, we understand that we have to take the brunt, or we have to bear that load of all the brothers in Israel. You know what I'm saying? The brothers that you sisters talk about, when he ain't paying his child support, and we gotta hear that. You understand? Brothers that take care of the children gotta hear, well, this nigga stay out, all he want to do is play the game all day. And the number one thing I hear all the time is, well, why am I supposed to why am I supposed to follow this man when he's not showing me he's worthy enough to be followed? That's what that question grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? Because like you sisters, Salakia, you will humble yourself before a man. You understand? You will humble yourself and lay on your back, and then you won't follow the man that you humbled yourself to. So along with it, and this story is about a woman that disobeyed her husband and suffered the consequences and allowed another woman to slide in and take her place. So just understand something. If you got a man right now and you don't want to follow that man, trust me, there's a woman out here that will follow him into oblivion. You understand? That will follow him even when he's wrong. You understand? He's wrong as hell, and she'll be like, well, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna just pray to the Lord that my husband sees that he was wrong. And she'll let him play the game all day. She'll let him play the game all day. He can go out all night. She'll let him do all of that. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, just think about it. Before you open your mouth and try to disobey your husband, just know that it's a sister out there that won't. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlains. Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti, the queen, hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes, to all the people that are in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus.
Now break that down for me, Yanazar. What does that mean? So how did she offend the men that wasn't her husband? How did she do that?
By disrespecting the king in public. That gives leave to all women to disrespect their men. Okay. Let me piggyback on that. You ever seen a woman, embarrass her man in public? Concept. You ever been embarrassed for that man? Concept. Yeah. That's that kind of hits home, because when you see I've seen it done before too, when women disrespect their men and around other brothers, I feel for that brother, because like I've been embarrassed before. So you know what I'm saying? It's like it's hurtful to sit and watch how another brother is treated, when this brother may be a cool brother to you. You know what I'm saying? He may be a cool brother and he don't deserve what he's getting from his sister. And yet the sister is, come on, you been out here all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, fussing at the brother. So that's
and of course amongst dignitaries and amongst a place where you should be the head of everything, you have someone that's like your kids acting up in public. You know what I'm saying? Your children running amok in public, and you the supervisor, and you bring your kids to a company picnic or whatever, and your kids is terrorizing everywhere, running all up, throwing dirt in other kids' eyes, and you sitting there like, you embarrassed. You understand? So keep going.
Con.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. 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 First of all, get counsel. That's the first thing you need to do. But on a general level, I can answer the question on a general level. And I can answer it like this with brothers. There's plenty of times where we feel like another brother has disrespected us. You understand? The order is always to follow the order. Follow the order, and then if you feel like this person has disrespected you, then you can talk to that brother about that later. But you always carry out the order. You always understand, complete your end, because you remember the Most High judges you for what you do. You understand? You understand? You gotta understand. You gotta get in your mind that you have to be accountable for what you do. You understand? Even if like I'm pretty sure my rib has felt like I was wrong before, and that I disrespected her before. But what I see in her is her still following the order, her still being righteous, even though she thinks I'm being disrespectful. So because we men in here, now you married to an officer, so that officer is held to a standard. And at any time, you understand, that's the beauty of this school, is that we hold brothers accountable. And you can damn near pick up the phone. You can pick up the phone and call and get counsel. So that's how I would answer the question. Follow the order, get counsel. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Don't matter. But you sis, remember the scripture says, give me the scripture where it says all things become new.
Hey, so like y'all the one, if I may.
Yeah, brother.
We can't hear the question. We're trying to listen to the question. We couldn't hear the question that was asked.
The mic.
I don't know if they got the microphone, but we couldn't hear the question that was asked.
Okay, so yeah, so we. It's other sisters that want to hear your question. Yeah. So I think it's on. I don't know if it's on or not.
Testing. Can y'all hear us in Fayetteville?
Can you hear the sister?
Loud and clear at the water.
Okay. Now sis.
Thank you. My question was that, okay, I'm just speaking on my situation. You have almost 20 years in, you followed this man, before he was even in the truth. And then the end result 20 years later is you're still feeling disrespectful. I'm confused. How do you move on from that? Okay, that's my question.
Okay, so Zion, my answer was, again, you have to still follow the order. You have to still be under this man. I'm pretty sure, like, you take it like this. I'm pretty sure you've been on your job and your supervisor has told you something that you didn't agree with, right? That you didn't agree with, you thought was wrong. It was a wrong way to do it, but you had to do it that way, right? Okay, that's just an example. I'm not trying to, say that that's how that's it to a T, but at the same time, you get held accountable for what you do. So you have to carry out what you know is righteous to do, and then get counsel on that situation, because I can only answer the question in a general form. You know what I'm saying? If anything specific, you have to be able to get counsel, and you definitely can call and get counsel. You can request counsel. You call CAP, request counsel, and get the counsel. Don't sit and let it fester, or sit and feel like your voice is not heard or whatever like that, because you can get counsel. Sisters in here can attest to why that you can get counsel, right?
Testing.
I can hear you.
No.
Can you hit the why?
Sir, we can't hear nothing.
Yes. You're gonna have to
testing. Can you hear this one? Officer Zion. Can you hear?
Can you hear Yanazar, Officer Zion?
I can't hear.
But
can you hear me now?
Is he speaking?
Yeah, he's speaking. 1 second. We have a little technical
testing. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, loud and clear.
Turn on my car.
All right, Salakia, I was just gonna piggyback off of that. Just to be transparent, more oftentimes than not, if you just go to counsel, both sides will be heard, and then there'll be some type of decision made that both parties have to follow after.
Right.
So more oftentimes than not, what I see is whatever side is hesitating on going to counsel feels some type of wrong or some type of guilt on their end, that they don't go ahead and just get the counsel. But I'm here to say it will help the woman specifically if you take your husband to counsel.
Right.
It helps.
See,
I'm just gonna flat out say it.
And that's what I
put it in a nutshell.
That's what I wanted to get at. It's going to benefit you to go to counsel, because you're gonna be able to find out who's right, who's wrong, and they're gonna be a solution. And that's why I said, like, in here is different from any other Israelite group, because these other Israelite groups don't hold each other accountable like that. They don't have a system in place to where brothers and sisters can get counsel, especially married couples. They can get counsel, and the counsel can be sound. You know what I'm saying? The purple people, they passing women around. They passing women around, and they getting assigning women to a family, and if the brother want to have intercourse with the sister, he's able to do it, and not marry the sister, not be dedicated to the sister. And you know what I'm saying? You just keep your ear to the ground long enough, and you'll hear all kind of crazy things happening with these other Israelite groups or fake Israelite groups. You understand? And it's just unlawful. But here in the ISUPK, we abide by the law that's in that Bible, man. You understand? And we hold each other accountable. So now, where we at? That. All right. No sweat. No. 1 second. Leave that right here, because they can hear that mic. So leave it right here. No, leave it right here. Salakia. Yeah, leave it right there, and then if anybody else have a question, we'll get it to them. All right. What I want to do. Nada y'all. Come up here, right? Take this mic right here, and if anybody have any questions, you get the mic to them, okay? Yeah, I want y'all. Yeah, just think where you at. You know what I'm saying? But that was the mic you was reading with. Oh, Salakia. You was trying to tell me.
Like the other one went dead, so that we, this is the only one we got at this moment.
I got you. Well, we're gonna have to work it.
Yeah, we're
gonna help you.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
They're gonna do what?
Despise their husbands in their eyes.
Man, this queen that disrespected her husband, and said if something's not done about it, all women gonna be able to just despise their husbands, just to, you know, go against their husbands. Go ahead.
When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought before him, but she came not. Verse 18, likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Hey, they look, the top men is there. And this story was gonna spread like wildfire. The men, the people at the party were gonna go home and say, "Look what Vashti, such blah 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 blah." They just gonna be gossiping about the sister and the king, and it's gonna spread like wildfire. And they saying, "Look, man, this gonna get out. This not gonna be a secret anymore, and it's gonna be all over the kingdom." And the women just gonna be able to just disrespect their husbands and think they can get away with it. So go ahead.
Khan. Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Hey, look, they said, man, dismiss her, leave her, don't deal with her no more, and give all her royal estate to another woman. You understand? Let another woman take her place. Go ahead, let's see what the king say.
Verse 20. And when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all the empire, for it is great. All the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small. Verse 21. And the saying pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan.
Hey, Memucan was hey, look. Memucan was the one that say, look, hey, this is what we ought to do. This is what you should do, king. You should do this, this, and this. And look, king was like, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, we're going to do that right there. So go ahead.
Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, and every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
So now just imagine you staying in, you know, a place, and you get a letter in the mail. The letter in the mail reads, no woman shall disobey or disrespect her man. Is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this what went down. You know, the Vashti was such and such and such and such, and it went down. She disobeyed her husband. Now it's law. Make sure you obey this law that no woman can disrespect her man. Send it to all the provinces, whatever languages they speak. Because now understand something. During this time, this is your United States that's full of different cultures. You understand? This is your Egypt at the time, which is full of different cultures, different nationalities. You know what I'm saying? The king had conquered all these different people, and now he's ruling over these people. So you understand? So not only is his native tongue is spoken in his land, but other people. You know what I'm saying? The Medes, that's a language unto itself. You understand? The Persians, that's a language unto itself. So like you had several people living in these areas, in these provinces, that you understand that of course had different religions, served different gods, but understand something, they obeyed the king. And when the king said do this, then you better do it. You understand? So now let's go. Let's read on. I'm trying to get to a certain part because we're running out of time. Go ahead.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 1. After these things, when the wrath of the king Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti.
Now, read that again.
After these things, when the wrath of King Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti and what she had done and what was decreed against her.
Now, somebody break that down for me. One of you sisters break that down. Y'all know what it is. Read it again. Read it again. Hey, look. Hey, one of the sisters in Fayetteville, if y'all can understand this story and what it means. Now, see me again like a grown man. If y'all can understand what is it? 2 verses?
That was 1 verse.
So read that verse again.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 1. After these things, when the wrath of King Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti, what she had done, and what was decreed against her.
I know what it sounds like. It sounds like this is saying, after the king was satisfied with her punishment, he remembered how Vashti disrespected him. But that's not what it's saying. So let's get the real reason of what it's saying. It's gonna make the story hit home for you. Anybody in Fayetteville know what this is saying? She was trying to get me. You trying to get me? Oh, Salaki. Okay, Salaki. Go ahead. Anybody? Crickets. No, the why? Come on, man. Oh, sis. Brother, can you help me out? Any brother from Fayetteville help me out? No? I know I'm asking some hard questions, man, because we got some heavy hitters in the room. We got, what I'm saying, Zion in Fayetteville, Kowal in there, Kwadam in there. Got Yanazar over here, got Officer Maya out here, man. We got some heavy hitters in the room, man. I got to come with my A game. Y'all, Salakia.
Salakia, so if you could repeat the question. We heard the first part.
All right, so read the verse again, Yanazar, and I'm just asking for a breakdown of what this verse means.
Esther, chapter 2, verse 2. Salakia, verse 1. And after these things, when the wrath of King Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti and what she had done, and what was decreed against her.
So, he was happy about putting her away. She had to get rid of her, all her.
Good try, but the part you need to focus on is he remembered Vashti and what she had done. Raise your hand. Who's that talking?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Zion.
Would it be the fact that the sister was, I guess Salaki, not a sister, but she was Tawab? He thought about doubling back on her.
Hell yeah! Give Zion a hand. That's what it mean, man. It mean he after he put Vashti away, he remembered that thing. He remember how it jiggled when he slapped it.
Salaki, sir, they call it circling the block nowadays.
Circling the block. You understand? Man, look, Vashti was, don't get it twisted. I want to make sure y'all understand Vashti was a 10. You understand? Some of these rappers, they say they want something foreign because you know what I'm saying, them foreigns like a Maybach or something like that. They want a foreign, like they like they women, like they like their cars foreign. Vashti was that thing. Vashti was the Kim Kardashian. Vashti was the give me another heathen that everybody think fine. Angelina Jolie. Vashti was of her time. You understand? Go ahead.
I know you're older, brother. You named all them old joints.
He's Angelina Jolie.
Come on, you hell. You hell. Hey, look, I'm telling my age, Salakia. That's the ones that everybody thought was fine when
That's right. I feel you.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Angelina Jolie, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, who else? Some of them old ones. Selma Hayek, Israel, if I ain't mistaken.
I heard Selma Hayek was a heathen.
Yeah, she's a
You
heathen.
heard what she's a heathen?
She's a heathen.
Yeah, Selma Hayek.
Yep.
You understand? Get her in there. I thought
Actually,
she was Israel.
she's Amalek.
Okay, she Amalek. You understand, son? But look, Vashti was beautiful. She was not an unattractive person. And when the king, punished her, he thought to himself, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. He remembered Vashti and what she had done, if you get my drift, if you understand, and what she had done. Just like a nigga, when he break up with that woman, he remember them sessions. He remember coming home from the club. You understand? Hey, look, I heard the brother on social media say he remember the slide in. He remember. And he had put her away. He had basically disowned her. You understand? He couldn't go back on his word now, and he missed her, man. He missed her. If you sisters don't understand something, you understand this. Like, men we're physical beings. You understand? That physical contact you have with your husband, that's our love language. You understand? So many women, and I don't mean that we ain't got no kids in the room. We all grown in here. You understand? Salakia. Kids in the room? Oh, in Fayetteville. Okay, well, I'll censor what I'm saying. I'm trying to censor what I'm saying. So when a brother is really into a sister, then you understand, that physical part of the relationship is very important, especially if that physical part of the relationship is to his satisfaction. He's satisfied with that. You understand? Sisters want to know all the time, like, you just making our relationship about that. Like, when a sister says you just making our relationship about that, then yeah, that ain't what the relationship is about. But that is a major part of the relationship, because can you get any closer than that? Can you get any closer to your man than when y'all are becoming one? You can't get no closer than that. So sisters shouldn't think that those interactions are just him wanting to satisfy his flesh or satisfy his libido. You understand? That's that man bonding with you. You understand? That's that man showing you, hey, you mine, you my thing, you my sweetheart. But women don't take it like that because they're emotional. So they want that emotional tie, and they think the physical part of it doesn't mean anything because a man can. Oh, hey, shalom, brother. Yahweh Shem. Yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. I'm saying so much. Salaki. But they think because they can't identify with that physical portion of the relationship that it doesn't mean anything. It's just him satisfying himself for that time, but that's not it at all. A man really, that's how he connects with his woman. That's how he bonds with that woman. And the more bonding you do, the stronger that bond becomes. Even when you read the definition of marriage in the Zondervan, it says it's cultivated with continual intercourse. That's how the marriage is cultivated. You understand? So it's a backwards way of thinking in America, where this westernized culture wants our women to think that the more they give themselves to their husband and makes themselves available to their husband, that it's just becoming a physical relationship, and that's not what we want. We want to connect on another level. You understand? a lie that Christianity and this westernized culture has got our women thinking. You understand? But if we change the way our mind, if you renew your mind, then you will start to understand that physical contact is what you need. That's why I got an attitude for nothing. You understand? That's why you're so bitter for nothing. You go home and you by yourself. You just bitter right after church, and you go to that little restaurant and you eat your fried chicken and your macaroni and cheese, and you come home and you just be mad. You understand? You're just mad at the earth. You need it. You need that physical contact to balance the chemical reactions in your body. You understand? You need it. And when you don't get it, you just become a cantankerous. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the word because they got kids in the class, but you know the word I want to come out my mouth is, you know what I'm saying? You just become one of them. Just a dog, you just become just so bitter. You understand? You ever see a woman just be so bitter, and that she did with her husband? She wake up whistling, she cleaning up. That's because you need it just as much as he do. You understand? And that's the way the Lord designed it. So he remembered Vashti because Vashti was she was something.
Like you, sir. This last part where it says, and what was decreed against her, was that the punishment she was given, or does that mean like her plight?
Nah, that means the punishment that he gave her. He thought, man, maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh. Maybe I shouldn't have took away everything. Maybe I should have just banished her away for a little while. Mama Khan, he ain't been with Vashti. He don't know. He don't know Vashti. He don't know Baby D. He had to think about it. He said, maybe I shouldn't have done that so wrong to her like that, because he remembered her and how he loved her. You understand? But go ahead. We're going to get to the part of the story that, we're going to get to the part of the story about how he forgot about Vashti. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgins sought for the king.
Now that minister, they ain't talking about they got in a prayer circle and they started laying their hands on them going, Jesus, hallelujah. That ain't what it's talking about. When they said they ministered to him, they gave him advice. They helped him out. They made suggestions on how to cheer him up. You know what I'm saying? They got together and they said, man, the king ain't feeling so good. Maybe he wants to, go on a horseback ride, or maybe he wants to do his favorite activity, or maybe that'll cheer him up. But no, they said, well, look, let's get these fair young virgins. Let's get these women. Now I want you to go to the Zondervan, look up virgin, and let's get that definition real quick. Somebody other than Yanazar, get this the Zondervan and give us the definition of virgin. You understand? Because in the Bible, virgin doesn't mean someone who just hasn't had intercourse. I want to bring that out. That doesn't mean that. In America, a virgin means a woman that hasn't had intercourse before. But in the Bible, a virgin can be something else. So now, while the brother is finding that definition, let's keep going. Read that verse again, though, Salakia.
Verse 2. Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgins sought for the king. Verse 3. And let the king appoint officers in all the provinces of his kingdom, that they may gather together all the fair young virgins unto Shushan, the palace, to the house of the women unto the custody of Hege, the king's chamberlain, keeper of the women, and let their things for purification be given them.
So now, what's the definition of virgin? Pass the mic to Marco.
Virgin, a young unmarried woman.
Now keep going.
It is also used figuratively to personify a city or state. Amos chapter 5 verse 2. Salaki. Use of a young woman of marriageable age, whether married or not.
Yeah. So now, it was used in Amos, right? And it says what?
Use of a young woman of marriageable age.
Is it usually
used?
Okay, used. This is how it was used in Amos. You understand? It was that first definition that he read was a woman, an unmarried woman. That's what we know it as today. But in Amos, in the Bible, it was used like this. Read.
Used of a young woman of marriageable age.
Meaning her age, she was a virgin because she was a certain age. She was within a certain age gap. Go ahead.
Whether married or not.
Whether she was married, whether she had already had sex with a man or not. You understand? That's what a virgin is according to the Bible. So a man can't be a virgin according to the Bible, because it's saying usually it is used as a woman of marriageable age, whether she was married or not. The word virgin in the Bible is used the same as the word maid. You understand? The word maid is just signifying that this is a woman. You understand? It don't mean that she's a woman that cleans, that her hobby is a cleaner, like we use the word today, but it means a woman. Maiden is a woman, just like virgin is a woman, and she's a young virgin, meaning that she's just within that bracket that you can marry her. You understand? Whether she was married or not. So you can have a woman that was still young and she was married, but she still would be a virgin, because in the Bible, a virgin doesn't mean a woman that hadn't had dealings with a man. It meant a woman in a certain age bracket. So go ahead.
Salaki, sir, what you're saying is so heavy because a woman becomes a virgin. Salakia. It's not something that she's not born a virgin. She becomes a virgin. Salakia.
Right. She becomes a virgin. Right. Exactly. But I ain't even know you was in there. I can't see too good, but I didn't know you was in there, brother. I'm looking at the side of the TV, man. I can't see. But that's true. A woman and when she hits a certain age, she becomes a virgin. And you can tell. You can tell when that woman hit that certain age to where she's ready to be, given to a man. You understand? And not like GMS. You understand? Again, these fake groups, man. These Christian groups are out here saying that soon as that woman comes on her flower or her cycle, that you can marry her. Some girls come on their cycle at 11, 10. Trying to tell me this sister can get married at 10? Yeah, that's what them Arabs think. You understand? That's what those other countries think, marrying these young children. You understand? No, that's not what that's talking about, man. You understand? That woman, she gets her cycle before she's ready to be betrothed to a man, before she's ready to be married to a man, and she learns to be a woman. You understand? You trying to tell me you gonna marry the little girl before she even learns how to be a woman, before she learns how to to properly take care of herself when she's on a cycle. You understand? Like, these fake groups out here, man, are evil and wicked, and they all just pedophiles, man. You understand? That's that's such, and like I said before, they all sexual deviants. You understand? That wants to take advantage of a little girl like that. I remember when my daughter was 10 and 11, and the attitude on her was so against men. You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't even thinking romantically about a man. All she thought that boys did was play in the sandbox, and you know what I'm saying? She didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like a child that age is still innocent. And these fake groups out here is just taking young children or believing that they can take young children's innocence, man, which is evil and wicked. So keep going. They gathered the virgins, right? Mammal Khan suggested that they gather virgins together. Now they trying to get these women together to say, well, look, you ain't got to worry about Vashti. You ain't got to remember Vashti. There's more fish in the sea. Keep going.
Verse 4. And let the maiden which pleaseth the king be queen instead of Vashti.
Yeah, give her that seat. Let her be the queen instead of Vashti. Go ahead.
And the thing pleased the king.
Yeah, man.
And he did so.
The king said, "Hey, I'm with that. I'm with that." Right. Yeah, let's see what the land. Let's see what's out there. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Now in Shushan, the palace there was a certain Jew, whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
A Benjamite. You understand? So Mordecai was a Benjamite. You understand? So it followed his family lineage and told you, because that lineage is important, man. That lineage is very important from where Mordecai came from. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity, which had been carried away with Jeconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
Man, he had been in captivity since the Babylonian captivity. That's when they carried his family away. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter.
His uncle's daughter. You understand? This is a Benjamite. His uncle was a Benjamite, and that was his uncle's daughter. And he brought up Esther, man, because, you know what I'm saying, the uncle passed away and gave those responsibilities of raising his daughter to his nephew. Go ahead.
For she had neither father nor mother.
Yeah, because they no doubtedly, died in captivity. Like a lot of those our people back in those times under the rigorous, captivity of these other nations. Go ahead.
And the maid was fair.
She was what?
Fair and beautiful.
Yeah, she was beautiful, man. She was a 10. Go ahead.
Whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
He raised after his uncle and his auntie died, he raised his cousin as his own daughter. You understand? That's unity, you know what I'm saying, that we are trying to resurrect in Israel through the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, man. You understand? Like, that's the family that we're seeking to resurrect, where a child, one of our children don't have to go into the system, don't have to go to DSS. You have the uncles and the cousins, you understand, stepping up and saying, nah, we'll take that baby. Right now, Commander General Yohana let it out through all the schools that if any Black, Hispanic, or First Nation people have any children that you can't take care of, bring them to the ISUPK. We'll raise them children, man. We'll raise them kids. We'll look after them. We'll feed them. We got sisters in here dying to try that new recipe. You understand? We'll take care of them, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8. So it came to pass when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan.
Many who?
Maidens.
Many, man, many. They look, it was a lot. There's a lot of women, man. Go ahead.
Were gathered together unto Shushan, the palace, to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house, to the custody of Haggai, or Haggai, keeper of the women.
Keeper of the women, man. He made sure that all the women was straight. He, did what he needed to do. It's going to tell him what he needed to do. Go ahead.
And verse 9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him. And he speedily gave her things for purification with such things as belonged to her.
Hey, look. This dude, Haggai, right, saw Esther and was like, wait a minute. Bring her to the side. Pull off. Pull off, bring her over here. Sit over here. Sit over here. Give her this, give her that. Hey, look, all that stuff for purification that she need. Hey, give her that. Give her that lavender. Give her that shea butter. Give her all that. Give her all the stuff she need to get to where she need to be. Hey, he pulled her immediately. He seen her, and he was like, whoa. Oh, okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? He immediately separated her because she, out of these many maidens, she was that bad. She was that bad. I done seen some sisters like that. Keep going, Yanazar. Keep going.
And 7 maidens which were meet to be given her out of the king's house.
So he immediately assigned her 7 sisters to assist with her. Her entourage. You understand? You seen these bad sisters come around, they got 2-3 other bad sisters with her, making sure her hair did right, making sure her clothes fall the right way. You understand? Making sure she don't have no eyelash out of place. They always pampering her and tending to her. That's what the king did. I mean, that's what Haggai did for Hadassah immediately because he knew that she was different. She was a baddie. You understand? Like all the sisters in Israel, man. You understand? Like we got some amazing sisters. Like you wonder like you ain't on a runway somewhere. Like she in the hood. She in the hood in the projects, and you like, damn, what the hell? Why you ain't, somewhere on the camera or somewhere? Because that's the lineage that we come from. That's the line that we come from, man. Our sisters are bad. The brothers are rough and tough and rugged and handsome and beards and braids and boots. And we just are the cream of the crop, man. You understand? We the salt of the earth. And no doubt them sisters is bad. And that brother that was not Salaki, not the brother, but Haggai, this heathen saw it. Why do you think the heathens, fantasize about being with a sister? Fantasize about being with a Hispanic or Native Indian sister. What's his name? Cortez. Cortez came over here with them Spaniards and saw Pocahontas and had to have her. Come on, keep going, Yanazar.
Kind of one con. Out of the king's house, and he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the women.
Keep going.
Verse 10. Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
You understand? Mordecai told her, don't tell them that you're an Israelite. Don't tell them who your tribe is. Don't tell them you're a Benjamite. Just go in there and just be pretty. Just do what you do. Don't tell them who you are. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her. Verse 12. Now when every maid's turn was come to go in to King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of women. For so were the days of their purification accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors.
Man, she was bathed in oil of myrrh for 6 months, and then with what did it say? Sweet what?
Sweet odors.
Sweet odors. You understand? Hey, look, just let your mind flow. Just let your mind let your mind just, gather together what sweet odor you done smell from a woman. That's what she was, bathed in and cultivated in for all that time, for a year, for 12 months, till it soaked in her skin, and she smelled like myrrh and good fragrances. You understand? Go ahead.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
That's that 1 year rule, ain't it?
Hey, look, right there in the Bible for you. Right there in the Bible, give them a hand. Damn right. You understand? That 1 year rule, 6 months, she unavailable. You can't touch her. Yeah, the only thing you can do is say Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Tabashim Yahushai, and get your ass out there in front of her face. And she wondering, like, is anyone interested in me? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Hey,
sir,
go ahead.
Like you were saying, sir, instead of the oil soaking us in her skin, you gotta let the truth soak into us. You gotta let that one west get in her hand, up under her bed, the bed of her nails.
Right. Hey, look, big up. Right. Barakatah Yahweh Shai for the Passover coming up. It's gonna be a lot of white corsages getting worn at the Passover, man. Y'all, look, you brothers better make sure your braids tight. Make sure you ain't fuzzy, man. You understand? Make sure your fro is, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you make sure you rub that thing on there to make it, you know what I'm saying? That loofah, that whatever you rub on that thing. It's the what? The dot curl. Yeah, man, whatever it is, you better make sure you're looking right at that Passover, because it's gonna be some white corsages on there that, hey, look, knock yourself out, because they're gonna be bad up in there. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be bad up and through there. Make sure you prepared. You understand? Hey, we got some bad sisters in, man, and this sister was prepared for 12 months to, you know what I'm saying, to go into the king. Go ahead.
And with other things for the purifying of women. Verse 13. Then thus came every maiden unto the king, whatsoever she desired was given her, to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house.
And man, Esther found immediate favor with these heathens, man. Immediate favor, because let me tell you something. When a sister is humble and sweet and soft, you can't do nothing but be soft on her, man, because her spirit is so tawab. It's just so, it's righteous that you know what I'm saying, like you might try to not be so taken by the sister, but you can't help it. You understand? And that's why it's so important for this westernized culture and these heathens and these Christians to make our sisters so evil, to bring that side out of them. Because if just imagine if every sister you seen was like the sisters in the ISUPK, so humble and so respectful, man, you couldn't treat them sisters bad. You could, if you saw them in need of something, you would try to your best to give it to them. And that's what Satan knows. That's what the devil knows. Do you understand? That's what you understand. This society knows that. This society knows that if you cultivate a black woman to be an evil dragon, she's a real evil dragon. But if she understands the power that she has by being humble and submissive and soft and sweet and nice and cordial and respectful, then that's enough to change a nation. You understand? It's so powerful that it's important to the oppressor to make her someone she's not. Just think about it. Just think about it for a second. Like it's bleeding through society. Why do you think it's important for the rap culture to push Meg Thee Stallion, to push these women that wear a lot of makeup and loudmouth and the housewives of Atlanta and all that? Why do you think it's important? Well, who gives a damn what a woman is talking about? They get together and they gossip about soap operas and what. Men ain't interested in that. Why you think it's important for them to push, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Glorilla and all of these rappers. And why you think the sister China Monet got so much backlash for that song that she put out? Why? It's just a song. I mean, I sometimes I sit and think, man, it must be real important for the oppressor to make niggas be drug dealers and our brothers to be gangbangers and shooters and hitters and this, and then turn around and, well, shouldn't that be enough though? Like if most of our brothers are drug dealers and gangbangers, should that be enough? They come back around, they double back, and then they put all the videos on TV, they all social media about, well, if he ain't here lately, is if he don't take me to a certain restaurant, he can't get with me. I want to have value man or whatever. If he can't pay for my dinner, then why is this pushed? To me, it really shouldn't matter. But it matters to the oppressor because the oppressor is trying to push a certain spirit in our sisters to be 304s and to be thoughts and to think that a man ain't worth nothing if he can't buy you nothing. You know what I'm saying? That spirit is pushed so heavy, and it turns our sisters into the Glorillas, into the Tiffany Haddish that loves the oppressor. You understand? And that attitude, that spirit is destroying our sisters. You understand? And that's why, and just bring it up to the day, why the Most High thought it so important to leave this story available and make Purim, you understand, in the Bible, and dedicate 2 days for the sisters to just realize that, no, you not nothing. You not just something, a piece of meat for a brother to climb or a nigga to climb on top of and do his business. That's not what this is about. You understand? It's a whole feast that's dedicated to bigging up the women, bigging up what a sister done, so other women can see what. Look at what Vashti did. And what the heathens, even the heathens admitted that, look, if you don't do something about this, the other women are going to act just like this. You see what I'm saying? But then come around to Esther and what she's going to do, and it's going to talk about what she did. Why? So the women in Israel will pattern themselves after Esther instead of Vashti. You see what I'm saying? That's the important part about this. It's so that women can understand that your righteousness and your humility, your submission is your weapon. Go ahead, brother Salaki.
No, Salaki, sir, if I could, like what you're saying is so heavy, and just to add on to what you're saying, like, you know, it's a personal attack against our people, because we can't think off the top of our head a white girl that we think as far as, you know, being evil to her white counterpart.
Right.
There's no white woman on top of your head you can think, but if we think about black women, you can say Megan Thee Stallion, you can say Cardi B, you can say we have hundreds of them because it's a specific attack against our nation of people.
Right.
You know
even if you take the 304 of the white community, that Miley Cyrus, that is the You know what I'm saying? That's the head thought of white society. You don't never hear Miley Cyrus, cussing out a white boy, being disrespectful to a white man. And I'm pretty sure she's getting it in with all of them. But you never hear her disrespecting the one she's with. But Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla and what's that other one that tried to get with Chico Beans on the, what's her name? She's a comedian. Who? Yeah, her. I seen this thought here is amazing. And what she is outstanding. She's outstanding in her thoughterage, if that's a word. You understand? It's crazy, but it's just us though. It's just us. And man, I thank the Most High for the ISUPK every day because we're changing that narrative. You understand? And again, along with the bashing, you sisters get the praise because big it up for the sisters, man. Because y'all are in here. You're in here. Instead of following what so many women do is disrespect a man. If he ain't taking me to Ruth's Chris, then he ain't worth my time. If he ain't doing this or making this kind of money or driving this kind of car, he ain't worth my time. Oh, no, I'm getting me out here, and you know what I'm saying? You sisters are not for the norm that we see in this place. You sisters are really for your brother. You understand? And that's what is very important. And that's what's going to change this nation, man. You understand? It's being for your brothers, being for your nation. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, man, that was on the tangent. We done ran out of time, man. Go ahead, read a couple more. I'm gonna end it.
In the evening, she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women to the custody of Shagaz, the king's chamberlain, which kept the concubines. She came in unto the king no more, except the king delighted in her, and that she were called by name. Verse 15. Now, when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abihal, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go in unto the king, she required nothing but what Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed. And Esther obtained favor in the sight of all them that looked upon her. Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto the king Ahasuerus into the house royal in the 10th month, which is the month Tebeth, in the 7th year of his reign. Verse 17. And the king loved Esther.
He what?
He loved Esther above all women. And she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, that he sat the royal crown on her head.
He chose Esther, man. Keep going.
And made her queen instead of Vashti.
Man, she took Vashti. All of Vashti's stuff, she took it. You understand? I know I wanted to get a little bit further in the story, but no sweat. We'll pick it up tomorrow in the same spot. Now just understand, Esther got all of what Vashti got. All of what Vashti had, and now it belongs to Esther. You understand? And now the story picks up. The story gonna get real dicey when Haman comes into the picture. Haman comes into the picture and wants to destroy all the Israelites because he's a nasty, spear chucking African who hates us You understand? And the sister mentioned earlier about Coming to America that you thought it was the movie. God damn them Africans, man. Them Africans, like we still, our sisters are still on that African trip. You know, when they see some African man thinking that he's gonna, you know, I guess make their life better. You understand? Be the catch when those nasty Africans are, you know, just they're heathens, just like the oppressor. So tomorrow you're gonna hear about how Haman, who was an African, is gonna try to come in and you're gonna find out what Purim is all about. Because if Haman had his way, then me and you wouldn't be sitting here today. This nation would have been wiped off the face of the planet, like the Medes. You understand? Like the Chaldeans, like the Midianites. You understand? like all these other societies and nations that's been wiped off the planet that you only hear about in the scriptures, but they don't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if Haman had his way, we would be like that. But because of a sister, when they say the Isupk hate women, we beat our women. We beat them. You understand? You're gonna find out how a sister saved this whole entire nation, man. You understand? And that's what Purim is about. And it takes 2 days to lay out the whole story for you, because it's a very integral story with a lot of ups and downs. It's a movie. Right. It's a movie. You can't make this up. When you hear about how the whole joint went down, it's gonna go down just like a movie, man. You understand? So with that, who takes it? Pass the class over to priest and officer Nadayab. You understand? The water for everybody joining us for this first night. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night as we pick up the story from where we left off. All right.
Men of Israel, I'm going to give one courteous salute to the teacher, Amadium. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrakatah. Sisters, Amadium. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Yadam Matah. We're going to turn and give one We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak, Yahweh Shema Latah Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Yashmatah, may be seated. Security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th, means 10th in the Hebrew, which is pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny or of increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, which is the Lord's 56th annual Passover.
And Salakia, you understand? The 56th annual Passover will be in Atlanta this year, April the 12th. There's a whole week of events, slated out for the Passover. It's a law that every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, Native First Nation people present themselves at the Passover. So it's not something that's, optional. It's something that's a commandment. So when you don't attend the Passover, you're breaking the law of the Most High. You understand?
That's
You're
right.
breaking that commandment. You understand? When you try to play the fence and try to go to church for this one time on to please your family, you understand, to keep your mama off your back, you understand, you're breaking the law. Just understand that when bad things start to happen to you for breaking God's law, don't say, well, it's just life, or I don't deserve it, or Lord, why me? Just understand that since you didn't present yourself at the Passover, you're opening yourself up to God's wrath. You understand?
Come on. Remind Akim and Akwatium to check social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and also Salakia, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, Salakia, headband or scarf. And with that, class dismissed.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under commended Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Shalom.